So I'll highlight two. First is Defense Enterprise Email. That started as a partnership between DISA and the Army over 5 years ago, where the Army came to us and said, we want you to offer us email as a service, as a cloud service. Now, at the time, Office 365 didn't exist, Azure didn't exist, so the only way to offer that was to basically take Exchange and provision it in an infrastructure as a service environment within our computing centers and within Army post camps and stations, and offer that capability. So we have over 1.5 million users in the unclassified environment, over 200,000 in the classified environment. We provide a great level of service. The Army has achieved significant savings over the lifetime of moving to that enterprise service. And we're in the process now of looking at our next generation DEE. We have an RFI that we had 17 vendors recently respond to, and we believe the next generation capability is going to be much more commercial, a managed service potentially provisioned inside our DoD infrastructure, but owned and operated by a commercial provider.
Now, excellent. You know, we've heard about this quite a bit. I actually feel like I watched that program, the Defense Enterprise Email. Mike Krieger from Army was on a number of times before he retired and was cited that as a program, a success program. They're working with this on a number of shows too. So it's good to hear. Good to hear these things, you know, when they begin and they come, and now we're actually getting to phase 2 or version 2 or the modernized version.
Mind if I mention one more?
Sure.
Forge.mil is a capability we stood up, once again, more than 5 years ago that offers development as a service. We're DoD users, more than 30,000 registered developers use this as an application lifecycle management and development tool set. Initially, it was offered inside the DoD infrastructure, inside our decks. On virtualized hardware. We moved that to MilCloud, our cloud computing environment. The next step of that is we actually are now operating in a hybrid model where we develop and test inside of Amazon Web Services and then deploy and operate in MilCloud. And that in particular has been very successful for us because we're able to take advantage of very low cost, pay-as-you-go Amazon Web Services rates for development, but it can be provisioned inside the Department of Defense cloud for higher quality of service, more reliability, and higher security for the operational side of that. So I think hybrid cloud is really part of our future moving forward.
Wow, cool.